Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to another KPC Live. And it is December 7th. Time flies. It's already the end of the year. I can't believe it. I don't know what I've done this year. But anyways, we are here. Our nice and cozy KPC community. Always thank you. Always grateful for y'all to liking my content and watching it. So today, here I am again to chat with you guys and answer your questions. I don't know if you've prepared any, but I am here. So ask them away. Hi, Priya. Finally watching you. Yes, finally. Nice to have you. I put out a notice today, or early notice. That's how you could join, I am assuming. Echo, 안녕하세요. It's good to see some Hangul on the screen. Yes. Vilden, hi. Hello. Abel, yes. Abel was in the Patreon live stream right before this. So I'm doing a back-to-back live stream from DKDKTV's Patreon to KPC. Just for your info, as you can see over here, I have my own Patreon site for Korean Pizza Club as well. So if you want to support the channel, go check it out. You can get extra, early access to the podcasts, and you can get extra exclusive podcasts as well, where I share about my life, my trips, my content making procedures, and all that kind of stuff. Ross, good morning from Texas. Hey, howdy y'all. Just kidding. I'm sorry. Sorry for putting up the stereotype southern accent. Yep. Law James, what's up, David? Yes, it's 2 a.m., 2:15 in Korea, Seoul, Korea right now. I'm a nocturnal animal, so I don't sleep. I can sleep when I die. That's why I am here to talk with you guys. Yeah, so let's begin. So what shall we talk about today? Like, shoot your questions. This is going to be the normal Q&A where I answer any of your questions about Korea. I'll put the timestamps afterwards so that you can easily navigate through them. But okay, yeah, let's do more greetings. Chit Zikoi, hello from London, moving to Seoul in January. Very excited to learn more. Very excited to have you. It's like I'm accommodating you. I have a dream of making like a global guest house, an international guest house in Korea in like a Hanok theme, like a traditional Korean architecture theme, and maybe like Pukchon or like near Gwanghwamun, so that like all my subscribers and everyone around the world can actually come to my guest house. So I might be starting that like humbly with like an Airbnb, maybe next year. I've been postponing this for forever, but yeah, hopefully in the future I might be able to do that. Hands up if you would be willing to come and stay at my Airbnb if I were to manage one. Yeah. Would you be willing to come and stay even if the price was a little bit pricier? Like maybe let's say $10 pricier than the average price, because you know I gotta make a living too, right? And I gotta put a premium for it being managed and owned by DKDKTV's David Kim, right? Anyways, hi Sunchi. Hello Maggie from El Paso, Texas. Yes, hello Slav. Good afternoon. It's a good morning here, past midnight here. I don't know. Hello Kevin. Good evening from Tokyo. Thanks for company while I finish my master's homework. Oh my god, I feel you. Yeah, I've been relieved from my master's duty only just this year. It's crazy. Yeah, but I feel you. And Tokyo was amazing. I want to go again. It was just amazing. Yeah, I stayed in Shibuya for like a week, and it was just, yeah, so nostalgic already. It's only been like a week, 2 weeks maybe, but like all the food, the scenery, and all the vibes, the city vibes. Yeah, Harleen, hello, Lily. Depends on the area. We would love to, really. Okay, yeah, I would be like a super host and like have a beer with you guys at like nighttime before we go to sleep and stuff. And yeah, we could share stories about like your country and like how you discover my content, what kind of stuff, what episodes you liked, and I would share like the behind the scenes stuff, and I'd charge extra $10 for that. just joking. But yeah, I think it would be actually like a very nice business, really like intricately weaved into my actual content driven business, and also like converting it to like an offline based business, owning an Airbnb. So I might try that out. Like if I move into like at least a 3-room apartment, I need to renew my contract with the current apartment in January, February, March, April 2024. I still haven't decided on what kind of form of residence I'm going to move into, but if I am to move into like a more spacious residence form, then hopefully I can maybe furnish one room or allocate one room into like an Airbnb space and invite you guys over, and just get some extra bucks and then make you comfortable and safe. I won't bite. I'm not gonna have any hidden cameras in my Airbnb, so you can rest assured. Yeah. But okay, hello Neha from India. Yes, hello Jennifer. You look like you've lost a lot of weight, my dude. Thank you for that. I've been working out. So like my New Year's resolution was to lose at least, not lose weight, but like become healthy, like in general terms. I wanted to become healthier because during my master's, I was really stressed out. I was stress eating every single day. I was eating ramen, like chips, McDonald's, fast food every single night. Of course, researching, doing my thesis, homework and all that kind of stuff. I needed to graduate, right? So I was under a lot of pressure. I was juggling DKDKTV, my freelance work, my radio and masters, all that, all at once. So yeah, I became like, if you see my like 6 months before or like 1 year before videos, I was like that. But my New Year's resolution was to get healthy. I dedicated myself a good amount of time and money to gym. I assigned myself a personal trainer. I didn't do like intensive workout. Like I did some lifting, I did some weights, did some cardio, and yeah, the outcome is pretty satisfactory. I didn't like become super lean or anything, but like I feel like my body has become way more healthier than it was in early 2023 and late 2022. So if you guys, like, the end of the year is nearing by, so it's time for another session of New Year resolutions, right? Like the ones that you never abide to after like a week. But I really like this saying in Korea. So there's a saying in Korea called 작심삼일. It's actually like derived from like Chinese sayings and stuff, but like we share culture, so all in all it can be called Korean saying as well. But 작심삼일 basically means you decide something in your heart dearly, and it only goes for 3 days. And it's the perfect way to describe what happens for New Year resolutions, right? So you decide like, oh, I'm gonna lose this much weight, I'm gonna get buff, I'm gonna like make this amount of money, I'm gonna make like these career achievements this year. And then like after 3 days it just evaporates into thin air, and you just don't like comply to it. So that's the saying 작심삼일. But I've seen this very motivational speech from like I don't even know who it is, like a motivational speaker. There's a lot of motivational speakers out there nowadays, right? And the thing she said was, if you do 작심삼일 every single time, like if you do it over and over and over again, like the premise of 작심삼일, the way it works is that you make a decision, you get determined, and it only goes for 3 days, and you loosen up and you don't do anything, and your willpower is gone. That's like what it means. But if you get determined every single 3 days, like once you're you lose your motivation, you lose your energy, you don't comply to your plans. If you do that procedure again and again and again continuously, then it's a never-ending loop of 작심삼일. So you'll be determined and motivated every 3 days. So I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but it makes sense. It made sense to me, and I was like, yeah, it's okay if I get loose every single 3 days. I can just like get determined every other day after. Yeah, so that's a more human-like approach, right? I'm not like a machine or anything. So anyways, okay, that was like nice pregame, nice talk. Let's get into the questions. I think you've been typing a lot of them. Let me just sip my tea a little bit. I've been dedicating myself into intermittent fasting for the past week, and it's been really helpful to my health, I think. Okay. Okay, wow, what a question for a start. Is it true that Barbie didn't do well in South Korea? Okay, let's actually look, yeah, let's check it out. So, let me put the screen up here. Wait for me a little bit. Here we go. So let's go into Chrome, and let's check Barbie. 관객 수. So I'm typing in how many views like tickets were sold for Barbie. Oh, okay. So this article is basically saying it didn't do well. So what the title says, Barbie was popular globally, but in Korea the message of integration wasn't transcended well. So let me try to, like, basically there was a lot of backlash about feminism in Korea. This is what the article says. And also there was some cultural differences in the perception of like a doll for Barbie, and like the message of integration actually had backlash and repulsive reactions, and like people ignored the message in Korea. So that's what you get. Yeah, in Korea, Oppenheimer. So let's see. Okay, in Korea, Barbie got 570K views, 570 box office tickets, and in contrast, Oppenheimer got 2.3 million tickets sold. So that's like 4 times Barbie. I think from what I've seen on global news, that Oppenheimer and Barbie was kind of like neck to neck, like in par in terms of like ticket sales in the global scene, but like apparently in Korea it wasn't perceived that well. So let me just try to translate this in English so that you can see that I'm not bullshitting and I'm not making up any agendas. So like, see, like there was feminist backlash over here, there were cultural differences in accepting Barbie dolls, and there was opposition and indifference towards the movie, and the viewers were only 570,000. Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer was 2.37 million. So yeah, that's it for you. So yeah, I've seen some posts about the Barbie movie. I've seen it myself. If you want to hear my opinion about it, okay, it was nice. It was nice that it melted in the message of like, you know, inclusivity, being inclusive, and like strong woman, feminist movement inside it. I don't think there was nothing wrong about it. Like the message itself, it's a needed message in this society right now. But I think the only one downside of the movie, to be like, you know, a critic of my own, was that the message was sent too blatantly. Like the way it was delivered, it wasn't that subtle. So like the story needs to portray or deliver the message without saying, like, without screaming it in the screen, right? But some of the lines or some of the contexts or some of the displays within the movie itself was like in your face. It's like, you know, it was screaming the message. So that's the reason I felt like it was like not that intricately done. That's just my own opinion. Okay, but overall about the message and all, like I don't disagree at all. Like I think it was a wonderful movie. Margot Robbie was like fantastic as usual. Who's the male lead? I forgot his name. Ryan Gosling. He was nice as well. He did well with Ken. So yeah, it was good. It was fresh to see like the other characters, and you know, I never played with Barbie when I was young, but it was like a good nostalgic take back to memory lane, down memory lane for a while I was in the US. Barbie was pretty huge among my like female friends. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I hope that answered your question. Okay, let's go on to another question. Hmm. Mm-mm. Hi, Jess Hong. What made you decide to get your master's? Okay. Well, I'm answering this question not out of like a personal perspective, but like in a more societal approach about the pressure in Korea. So, in Korea, the normal route for the average person is you go through high school, you take the sunung, the SAT exam equivalent of Korea, you get accepted to like a certain university, and most people want to go to like in Seoul universities, which include the prestigious Three Sky. And then you go through the 4 years, like you go to the military if you're a dude, and then you go into like the job market with your diploma. I think maybe like the mass majority would go into like a corporate job with that diploma and like the job interviews. I think this is universal all over the world, but there are a few that try to go the academic route. But my observation is the motivation for getting like a grad school diploma or a master's degree isn't really academic, from my observation at least. From what I've seen, it's either you want to extend your period of being blank, like you don't want to be seen as like a unemployed person during your unemployed era after like university while you're struggling to get a job. So if you're failing in getting a job turn after turn, time after time, then some might decide, oh, let's just go to grad school, and then that'll be like a good rep to cover up my story for not being employed for this amount of period of time. And then like the diploma at the end is going to like, you know, compensate for that absence period. That's one motive. Another motive is like grad school is mostly for rich people. Not a lot of people can afford grad school. Like the tuition fee compared to America, it's humongously, like enormously, relatively cheaper, of course. But still, if you like consider the living costs and everything, grad school is a burden. You know, like not a lot of people can afford to go to grad school. It cost me like a couple $30,000 for me, a good $30,000 for my full 2.5 year program. And like I earned that all by myself doing YouTube and all that stuff. But like most of the cases, from what I've noticed, I was really sad in the inside. I almost wanted to cry because I haven't seen, like, if there are 10 graduate students out there, there's nine of the students, like 90% of the students get fundings and support from their parents. And I'm not sulking about it or not being salty about it, okay? Like it's just that factually I didn't have the privilege of getting support from my parents, even though they're like middle class, nice earning people. Like they're barely earning enough for themselves to sustain their own lives as well. And I, as like a grown up, like in my 30s, I don't want to become a burden towards them after all that extensive like academies and hagwons and tuition fees for college for years and years, over like 2 decades, you know? Like I didn't want to put the burden on them, so I voluntarily paid because I had the ability to on grad school. But like what I've observed is 90% of the grad school students are from rich families. They get support from their families and they have more options. They have more time. Like in the capitalist society, you know, time, like money is time, time is money. And people who are in a rush to get a living, you know, they don't have time to go to grad school, honestly speaking. So that's what I've seen. And for me, like to get into like the direct answer of the question. For me, there is like, I think I lean more towards the former reason, like because I myself as a self-employed, freelancer, YouTuber, content creator, I don't really have like a resume for a corporate job, And in Korea, in order to get into a corporate job, you need entry level reputation or like a portfolio, So like the threshold is like 30 years old. And once you become older than 30 years old, like if you become 32, like for men we say like it's 30 to 32. For women it's a little bit younger because they don't go to the military. But if you go over 30 and you're still looking for an entry-level job, it's going to become harder and harder for you as you age. Because there's so much demand in the job market anyways, and the companies don't have any reason to employ a person who is older, right? It's just logical like that. So, for me, in similarity with the former reason of like trying to fill up my absence, like my blank unemployed period, I also decided that grad school would be beneficial in diversifying my revenue stream or what I can do with that diploma in the future. I actually got like a professor job at like a cyber university with it, so it paid off. It was really hard work. I don't know what would have happened if I allocated and distributed that much energy doing fully into YouTube, but it is what it is. Time flew, so that's how I got into grad school. And yeah, I do have to admit there was parental pressure. Like my mom was very severely worried about my status of being a pseudo semi-unemployed YouTuber out there, even though I'm earning more money than my same age, alumni or like my school friends. She was like, that's not going to be forever. You won't be able to sustain your career as a YouTuber after you're 40, 50, like while they're going to be state employed and they're going to get like their retirement funds or whatever. So like as insurance, I did go to my master's, and luckily I was able to pursue the academics I was passionate about, which was K-pop and K-pop fandom. It was cultural studies. So yeah, long story short, it was insurance. It was parental pressure, but luckily I got to do what I was passionate about, and that's basically it. So it was a good question to go into like the contextual societal pressure of why people do their masters. And I would say like, okay, like there is a fraction of like maybe 10% of the people who are actually nerds and geeks that like their academics and want to pursue like a more in-depth approach of their own field. But let's be real here. In Korea, nobody really chooses their major in college because they have like a Nobel Prize vision in the future of them like bettering their field of study. Yeah, they just go because their SAT score is appropriate for that major. Yeah, the majors have tiers too. So anyways, that was a very long answer to a very short question, but yeah, I got passionate about that one because like I personally had a lot of ups and downs during that journey. So glad you actually mentioned it. Okay. Okay, some questions about the podcast. Yes. How much can we expect from more podcast episodes in the future? It happens randomly, or are you planning on making monthly episodes? I don't know. So the routine is on the book, on the surface, like on the paper, whatever. It's bi-weekly, every 2 weeks. I know I haven't been I know I haven't been regularly posting, and I have my own excuses. I was on business trips to America. I was busy doing my freelance gigs and stuff like that, putting bread on the table. Like as I said, the podcast doesn't really generate revenue, so I got to put my priorities right? Like I need to survive. So yeah, but I want to assure you that there is plenty in stock. I have episodes coming out. Like I have episodes that would last up to like the first half of 2024, yeah, on my hard drive, but I just don't have the physical time to edit it. right now. And right now I'm focusing on pumping out more shorts because I want like just to witness like a short-term growth in subscriber count. That's my short-term goal for the end of the year at least. But yes, expect more episodes to come out. I'm sorry I haven't been posting more regularly, but the next one is going to be the guests of the podcast episode is going to be the one with Q2 Han, which I recorded in the States, in California. So look forward to that. We're going to talk about fashion trends and how Korea stands in the global fashion realm, that kind of stuff, and their story, of course. So look forward to that. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, Abel. Wow, that is a long question. So, where would you recommend and solve for help to search for a long-lost family member? Do I need to ask for help with the government, or are there any ways where they help to reunite families? There is actually an organization. I forgot where it is, but I definitely found it on Google because I saw this article of a person who was like an adoptee, a Korean American adoptee, who was trying to find her biological parent, and there was a site that definitely helped with that. I don't remember it right now. I'm definitely sure I can find it with a quick Google search, so please give me some time. How should I? 한국인 부모 찾기? Yeah, can't find it right now, but there is definitely an organization. Like I'm pretty sure if you do some quick Google searches, it'll come out. 입양인 친부모 헤어진 가족 찾기. Okay, so there's this place. So this is specifically for adoptees. So I don't think this might apply to you. I don't know what your situation is, but yeah, let's see. There was like 가족 찾기, 헤어진 가족 찾기. Yeah, definitely some government places. Yeah, but I'll post this in the chat right now so that you can see. It's for adoptees, but for what it's worth, I'll try to put it in the chat here. Yeah, it's in one of my videos a long time ago. Like I made a video about it, so you can definitely find it over there. So yeah, the best of luck to that. What is this question? This is a wild question. David, do you think a misogynist movie about a toxic male lead but with very good direction, acting, and music will be successful in Korea? Well, it depends on how misogynistic it is. The standards of misogyny compared to the West and Korea are totally different. What flies in Korea might be super misogynistic in your standards. So I would say like a 50-50 to that question. Yes, it would fly. It would become popular because Korea, after all, is still a very patriarchal society, and there are subtle misogyny, points of misogyny that fly in Korea that are accepted. So yeah, hypothetically, yes. Samantha, hi from NYC. Love Pizza Club podcast. Yes, I need that New York pizza, by the way. Oh, this is a good question. Okay, I will save that. Let's see. Okay, let's go on. Okay, no. Hey, David, recently Twitch Korea announced it's shutting down because of ISP costs in Korea. As a digital content creator, would you know the situation with the bandwidth cost in Korea? I don't know the technicalities of it. Like, I'm not like an engineer or like a net nerd or anything, network nerd or anything. But the thing is, I've seen from the articles today, it's become a huge point of controversy right now. The Korean people are really mad about this, even if they're not really into like net neutrality and the network costs and stuff, but they're basically saying the Korean networks providers are monopolizing they're basically it's not up to the global standard. So the article stated that Twitch has to pay 10 times of what it pays for the global standards for ISP costs. So yeah, that's a lot, like 10 times. No wonder it's what do you call it? Retreating from Korea. So yeah, I don't know the specifics in it, but a lot of people are like in this direction, like in this time and era where the internet just rules over everything, and like how all the technology and how all the information and all the content is streamed or whatever through the internet, Korea is falling back and behind. So a lot of people are angry about it. I think there is a high possibility that the legislators are going to tackle this issue soon, because like a huge global company like Twitch retreating is not a good sign. It's a red flag, and people are now afraid that YouTube or like the OTT streaming services like Netflix, Disney Plus, or the other services are all going to just retreat from Korea as well, or up their prices for Korea. So yeah, it's been a hot potato for a while, and I think it's time to open like actual changes in law. Yeah. Is it worth visiting Korea during Seollal? Is anything open? There are still stuff open, but I don't think most of the places will be open. Like the businesses, they have families. Business owners, they have family too. So yeah, I think it would be better if you avoid that period. Okay, we got a super chat from K-Stosh. $100. Thank you. Pizza. Extra cheese, string cheese, pepperoni, combination pizza, whatever, bulgogi. Thank you so much, K-Stosh. I haven't got a super chat in a while. To everyone in chat, please learn. Joking. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Will you ever have a guest on one of your live streams? Because of your super chat, I will do it immediately. I will put this into action and get a guest live within next week. This is the power of a super chat. Especially a $100 one. I would have done it even if it was a $20 one. I'm not kidding. But because you requested and because you asked for it, I will deliver within next week. I was going to do regular streams anyways. And yeah, thank you for the bamparés, but yeah, I'll do it. And the most accessible person would be Anna. She does regular live streams as well. I don't know if she'd be down to come here at 2 a.m. in the morning, but this seems like a good time to stream, right? So like looking at the simultaneous viewers right now, it's 133 people. So it's a pretty good time to stream. I think for the Northern American audience, they're just waking up probably, or is it afternoon? I don't know. Not really good for the Asian audience, but I don't have any Asian audience that much anyways. But I will try to get either Anna or one of the regulars. Like Kelsey lives nearby in Yeonhee-dong, I think. I think Subini is busy nowadays, but I could get maybe one of my guy friends. Yeah, but I will do it. Mark my words. Yep. There we go. Thank you again for being a member. Like you can see the pizza icon next to her name and everything. So yeah, thank you so much for the $100. Yes, yay. Yay. Money makes me happy. I'm being honest here. That's 1/6 of rent for this place. Oh, well, excluding the fees from YouTube, they take like 40%. So if you want to donate directly to me without a fee, there's a PayPal link down below, and I get like PayPal notifications here. So if you want your comment highlighted, and if you don't want your precious money being sucked into YouTube and 100% coming to me, like 99.9% coming to me, use PayPal down below in the description box, or like whatever other service. Anyways, okay, it's 11 a.m. here. Oh, it's 12:46 p.m. Florida, US. So it's a nice, I guess, afternoon while you're eating lunch. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What's the next question? Next question. Oh, okay. Proper question, appropriate question for the time. Is Christmas big in Korea? So, Christmas is big in Korea. First of all, you got to divide it religiously and for the general public. Religiously, it is big too, because we have a huge Christian population. Also Catholics. I don't know if of course Catholics. So we have a big Christian and Catholic population. So definitely Christmas is a huge thing. Everybody goes to church. We celebrate the birth of baby Jesus and all that kind of stuff. At the same time, for the general public, it is a national holiday. So everybody just takes a day off. It's a nice day to just rest. Nice atmosphere vibes, like snow sometimes, like we call it White Christmas because sometimes it snows, sometimes it doesn't. Carols everywhere. Everybody's in like festival mode, like buying presents and all. But the weird thing, the unique thing about Christmas in Korea is that it's predominantly a very couple-oriented culture here. So while we have the separate religious side, like leave that aside, for the general public, it's mostly a day just to rest, or either it's like a couple thing. So I don't know why it became like that. I don't know what the origin like where the origin lies for a Christmas becoming a couple based centric culture, but for some reason, I guess it's because like it's a romantic season, the vibes are good, like all I want for Christmas is you, like it's like tingling in your hearts, and like people just feel lonely because of the cold, and they just like date and get into relationships. It all amplifies that the year-end vibes. So maybe it's because of that, but weirdly enough, it's very couple-centric, and the weird tradition or like the custom is that like couples go to a lot of love motels or like hotels during Christmas. And you know what happens in love motels and hotels, right? They basically go for, of course they go for like just resting and all, but like literally love motels, they go there for love. And so if you try to go to a love motel during Christmas, it's gonna the price is gonna be like at least triple. And there isn't gonna be any vacancies in the hotels for sure, because now everybody's just crazy with these hokangses. It's hotel plus vacances. They just go to hotels for a day just to feel the luxury and get away from their ordinary life, paying $300 to $400 per day, getting into infinity pools and jacuzzis and sleeping on a cozy bed. All that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's basically Christmas for you. But it isn't really like family centric like how it is in the West. Like families don't necessarily gather. Like you don't go to see your parents because it's Christmas. I think that's the biggest contrast between like a Korean Christmas and like other Christmases in other countries. Non-family reunion or whatsoever. Cuffing season, the ancestor knew. Hi, Paige Santana. Welcome from Twitch. Yay! Finally, a Twitch viewer. Rupa1999 from Twitch as well. KLK. Okay. Welcome from Twitch. Well, I won't be seeing you guys anymore because Twitch is now gone from Korea. I might have to get rid of this little Twitch sign over here. But alternatively, you can go on to Kick and follow me over there if you want to see the stream in an alternative platform. Lin, 한국계 2세분들과 인터뷰하는 거 보고 싶어요. Oh, so Lin is basically saying, he or she, I'm probably saying it's a she, she wants to see me interviewing like second generation, probably immigrants, Korean Americans in the US. Yeah, why not? Why not? It's gonna be really hard because for you to be a second gen Korean American, you're probably gonna be located and based in America. So I'll probably have to like reach out to them when they are in Korea. So yeah, I'll try to do that. What are some other questions? Let's see. Some other interesting questions. What? Lydia, your podcast helps me fall asleep? Thank you. Don't take it in the wrong way. I definitely took it in the wrong way. Yeah, but nevertheless, whatever effect it has on you, I just appreciate you listening to it. And it's even better when you fall asleep actually listening to my podcast, because that means you listen to the full thing, and that increases the retention rate, and that is a good statistic for my podcast. And also, you'll sleep through all the advertisements, so you're gonna be generating me at least, you know, a couple, $2 or $3. So thank you for that, Lydia. Please sleep. Please fall asleep during my podcast, folks. I want to urge you, like, if you enjoy my podcast and if you want to support, but if you don't have money, like if you don't have extra bucks to pay for Patreon, the best way to support me is go to work, go to your office, or everybody has a laptop, right? Or a computer. Open a Chrome tab, like a multiple tab. Put it on to mute, put it on mute. Like, play the playlist for the podcast episodes on Korean Pizza Club, and just put it on autoplay. That's the best way to support me. It'll play through all the ads, it'll play the whole thing, it'll play through all the episodes, and you'll be like automatically donating me like at least like $3 to $5 per episode, probably. Yeah, ideally, if YouTube doesn't recognize that you're just like playing in the back. I don't know if it's that advanced, but yeah, it's gonna generate views, it's gonna peak the retention rate, so it's really good for me. So that's a nice way to support. So if you can do that, I would really appreciate that. Please. Thank you. Oops, why did I highlight that again? You asked 2 questions above if you can find them. I think it's like passed through, so if you could copy paste again, that would be really appreciated. Another viewer from Twitch, love your podcast, Italo do Aquario. Thank you for loving my podcast from Twitch. I really appreciate my Twitch viewers increasing, but now Twitch is exiting from Korea, so I feel sad. Oh, off topic, but have you watched the GTA 6 trailer? Yes, I have. It's been leaked, right? I heard it was leaked, and the outrageous thing is like it's the end of 2023, and I heard that GTA 6 is dropping in 2025, which is outrageous. They've teased a game for more than a year. They're driving the fans crazy. Yeah, I've never been a big player of GTA. I've never like avidly played it myself, but I just seen like clips, imitations of it, like, you know, skits imitating GTA and stuff. It's a well-known, you know, game, and I've seen like some scenes in California, like LA, taking place there. I think this one is based in Florida from what I've seen from the trailer, because there were like alligators and crocodiles all over the way. Are alligators from freshwater, or is that, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, they're like Florida men doing stupid things. Yeah, so looking forward to it as well. Harleen, who is your top artist on Spotify Wrapped? I don't use Spotify. I use YouTube Music. YouTube Music supremacy. Guys, like, I don't understand anybody who doesn't use YouTube Music over Spotify. I'll just say this. If you are complaining about seeing ads on YouTube every single time you see a YouTube video, you're like, oh, and then you're like ferociously clicking on that skip ad, then just get YouTube Premium. You get YouTube Music along with it. And it's a whole music platform of its own. It's even better than Spotify in my opinion because it even plays music videos. And you can even get like third-party remixes and music videos all on the YouTube archive. I know people are gonna argue, but like, you know, Spotify has like a better algorithm and like its curation like is better, blah blah blah. But you can get that on YouTube as well. All you need to do is make a playlist and like listen to the right music. And YouTube, I'm pretty satisfied with YouTube Music. Yeah, it's algorithm as well. But people are gonna come at me. I'm sorry. Like, I've never used Spotify, but yeah. Anyways, but yeah, that was my little tiny rant about like Spotify. But another reason is like Spotify isn't that big in Korea. Like, not a lot of people use Spotify in the first place. It's very restricted. We have a restricted catalog of musicians. We still don't have full access to a lot of music in Korea. That sucks. Spotify is like in its early phase in Korea, honestly, and Melon is like the big service provider in Korea for music. So I would say Melon, Genie Music, and then there's like Bugs Music. There's also other parties, and then there's YouTube Music. So yeah, let me actually see. I'm kind of interested in this industry kind of stuff. So 음악 스트리밍 점유율. Let's see. Oh, nice question. 한국. So this. Wow, there's literally. Okay, let me go to this stream. So this article literally says Spotify, the Netflix of the music world, is not easy in the Korean market. 2 years have passed and the market share remains at around 1%. See? Like, no wonder I'm not using it. I'm not like trend savvy enough or like westernized enough to be in that 1% of the Korean music market. Yeah. So like if you see this let me try to shrink it a little bit. Does it shrink or not? Okay, so the picture itself doesn't shrink, but let's see. I think if we can just go to images here, we'll see like a chart. This is for global. Yeah, I think this is for 2022 May. So Melon is at top, YouTube Music here, and Genie Music, and then there's a thing called Flow. I'm showing you here. There's a place called Flow, and then there's a thing called Vibe, Naver Vibe, and then there's SoundCloud, and Spotify only has, how many is this? 660k people, 660,000 users in Korea, while YouTube Music has 5.8 million. Yeah, so no wonder. Korea is a market of its own. Like I've noticed this in several countries, like China. Like they have their own social media platforms and messengers and everything. So yeah, it's like the same in Korea as well. Okay, I think I've seen a super chat. Where did I see a super chat? Did I miss one? Oh, okay, Vildan K, thank you for becoming a KPC member. Yes, thank you for becoming a KPC member. I just realized it. And yeah, I've seen another super chat, but I'm not seeing it on the screen for some reason. Maybe it just didn't show yet. Or maybe did I miss it in the beginning? Huh. Yeah, okay. So I'll just show this on screen. Let's see. I can see the chats, the super chats like this. Why isn't it? Oh. Yeah. There we go. Oh, it's so hard to like show you this on screen. Oh my god. I can't show you this. Well, I'll just try to read it. Okay. If you're going to have a guest, I'm a huge fan and supporter of Sean Solo. Oh, right, Sean. Okay, Sean has been on a couple of my podcasts. Yes, for sure. Okay, I'll invite Sean. I don't know if he moves out from his studio though. Like I've always seen him streaming in his own studio, probably his own room. So like I don't know if he'd be welcome to come here, but like why not? Why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. But like I don't know, like I don't know if he'd be willing to, because Sean has his own vibe, right? Like it's a little different vibe with Sean and I think Sean focuses more on like maybe relationship stuff or like more Gen Z topics, and I focus more on like a lot about more informational or yeah, that kind of stuff about Korea, or you know, the age demographic is a little bit different, I think. And Sean's very good looking, and he has like the traits of becoming a streamer. Wait, like I wonder what Sean's gonna do with when Twitch is gone. Has he already relocated to Kick? Last time I was talking to him, he was like, you know, like maybe I should go to Kick or something like that, but I don't remember. But definitely an option. Yeah, I'm definitely open. I think the vibe is going to be pretty interesting, because I was on Sean's live stream once as a guest, and it went pretty well. Like he prepared a lot of questions for me, so why not? Why not? Sean, if you're watching, I don't know, I doubt it, but yeah, you're welcome to my studio. And okay, I'm sorry, Harleen. I just got so like derailed from the Spotify aspect. So my top artist of this year, I don't know statistically, but probably it's gonna be BTS, because I always stream BTS. But among them, it's probably gonna be JK Jungkook, because his songs were just so iconic. You guys know I'm a V stan, right? I'm a V bias, but music wise, I was like JK slapping. He's like slaying. From 7 when it came out, it was just stuck in my head. It's still stuck in my head. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 days a week. And Golden is just golden. Standing next to you is just epic. His collaboration with Usher, it was just wow. His performances on all those shows, the dance break, crazy. So JK is definitely going to be top on my list. And then I think it would be definitely New Jeans, because like in general, New Jeans was just streamed so much. They have so many good songs like Oh My God, Ditto, ETA, New Jeans. What was the song in the beginning? Like that one. And then there would be I've had some nice songs. I don't think I listened that much to aespa this year. I didn't listen to any of the boy groups out there. So that's my K-pop list. I'm very K-pop centered as well, so I definitely would have a lot of K-pop artists up there. I am, after all, like a K-pop YouTuber. But in terms of like pop artist, who did I listen to a lot? I don't know. I just like the basic ones. Like Charlie Puth has always been a fan favorite for me. Who else? Yeah, that's about it. Like, of the people I can recognize of who I've been listening to. I've been listening, like nowadays on repeat, I've been listening to a lot of the Jujutsu Kaisen openings and ending songs. Like, they are amazing. I've been listening to a lot of Japanese songs as well. There's this one song I heard in Shibuya when I was walking. It's called Goodbye. It was so good. It was on repeat. The song from Yoshino Ai, Idol from YOASOBI, that was amazing too. So those songs were on repeat. So yeah, K-pop, Japanese, some basic pop artists. That basically wraps up my life. Gita, like your podcast, David. Recently became a huge fan of K-dramas, BTS, and EXO. Thanks for an honest insight in Korean culture. Very interesting. Thank you so much for tuning in and liking my podcast. Please turn your notifications on and please spread my podcast to your fellow friends. Yes. You look so refreshed. Oh, maybe it's because of the caffeine in this tea. I don't usually... my body usually has like a repulsive reaction towards caffeine, but strangely enough, coffee F's up my body. I can't function with coffee. Like a single cup of Americano, it F's up my whole day. My hand trembles, like I can't focus. I get nauseous feelings, like I feel like my heart's beating so fast. And I'm not even exaggerating. Like a single cup of Americano does that to me. But weirdly enough, tea has caffeine itself too, but tea does not affect me. So I don't know. Like there might be another variable, a variant. What do you call it? An independent variant in a science class. There might be another variant in tea, like between tea and coffee, that is differentiated, that makes tea for me okay while coffee is not. So maybe it isn't caffeine after all. I don't know. Yeah. JK, yes. JK is so damn good. Yes, Vilden K with the tomato. I love that membership. Thank you for joining the membership squad. Yes, let's make it an army, one after one. Speaking of BTS, I'm not trying to steal that fandom name, but yeah, I'm an army myself, so why would I? Jujutsu Kaisen soundtrack slays. I'm telling you, it's been on repeat. Like, I get sucked into that music and I'm just walking through Seoul, even if it sets in Shibuya, and I'm just getting like these city vibes, and I'm just like, yeah. Like your glasses, thank you. They're from Gentle Monster. Everybody's just been wearing Gentle Monster glasses in Korea for the past years because Jenny is an ambassador of it, and it's very well known for its unique marketing tactics. If you go to like the stores, they have like very weird artistic work that nobody understands right in the front of their like window, and everybody, Chinese tourists, take pictures in front of it for some reason. I'm not mocking them, but it is pretty peculiar. But yeah, like Gentle Monster literally makes some good glasses, and this one I like a lot too. So yeah, would recommend Gentle Monster if you have the chance to buy one of them. Is Gentle Monster expensive? Not that much. I think it would be definitely more expensive than the average glasses you would just find in like your local glasses store. But because it is, after all, a brand, and they use like huge ambassadors like Jenny, and like they have huge pop-up store, like offline stores, and marketing tactics and stuff. So definitely, let me just check like my freelance gig stuff, if I'm missing anything. Nope, I'm good. But Excellence, the prices aren't super cheap, but also not designer expensive, sort of in the middle. Yes, thank you, Excellence, for that. Yes, for sure, maybe they'll get more success outside of Korea. I think they're trying to expand, because nowadays I've been seeing Gentle Monster. I've seen it in Japan, and I've seen it in a mall in Anaheim too. Yeah, definitely. I've seen it in a mall in Anaheim too, in California. So I've literally seen one in Tokyo and California. So definitely it's expanding. I've seen a lot of them in duty-free areas in the airports. So yeah, it's getting world famous, I think. Yeah. You like Nordic artists? Astrid, New Kid Kelly, never heard of them, but I'm down to try any artists out there. Yeah, like, yeah, as long as the music is good, I'm I'm willing to try it out. And I was during my exclusive Patreon live stream with for DKDKTV. I was doing KST right before this live stream, and I was reviewing the 2023 MMA Awards, Mellow Music Awards, and among the list, one group caught my attention. And it was called Silica Gel. They won an award, and it was a group I've never heard of, but I am willing to actually look into their music because they looked like an awesome band with an awesome concept. So yeah, just like that, this is probably just gonna remain as like as a live stream video, and I'll come back to it and try it out. Your English is so good, bro. Thank you, Charistic Bum 5. Yeah, I've had the privilege of living in the States when I was young, so making a living out of it. Really thankful to my parents. Very, very big advantage and privilege living in Korea. Yeah, made my life so much easier. I'm really sad that I couldn't be born into like a pretty sexy girl, but at least I got my English, right? Yeah. Obsessed with Gentle Monster. Their other brand, Tambourines, too, is with Jenny. Yes, Tambourines is very famous for their nice marketing and all that kind of stuff. It's like a fragrance brand. It's really good too. Very nice and rising brand. You can go to their offline store in Dosan Park near Apgujeong Rodeo in Cheongdam. Let's see. What other questions do we have? Oh, Blackpink renewed their contract. I told ya. Even though I told you during an exclusive live stream in KST, but I knew it. Blackpink, no offense, okay? The members are individually super talented. They got super amount of followers individually. But all in all, let's be honest. Blackpink shines the most when they are 4 members and they have each other on stage together. That is a fact. Nobody can deny that. Lisa, Jennie, Jisoo, Rosé, they're talented people. Their solos are big hits and bangs. But can that outperform their Blackpink songs and their performances? No. The combination and the dynamic and the chemistry and everything combined, the rap line, the raps, the harmony, the vocals, the visuals, the synchronization, they literally triple their value as Blackpink. And the management that made Blackpink was YG. So there would be no reason for them to not re-sign under the name Blackpink. They would be crazy to abandon that franchise, that brand. Of course, they can wander off like to individual labels themselves, you know, to get like a better paycheck cut or whatever, or better conditions. But ditching that name, which YG owns, would be suicide. I mean, not to the extent of suicide, but it would be a big disadvantage. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How is that YG stock doing? So today, YG stocks went up 26%. 26. The daily cap is 29%. And it went up 26% in a single day. YG is relatively a heavy stock, and it went up that much. And that just shows the significance of Blackpink to YG. Of course, like YG right now, they have Treasure, they have Baby Monster launched, but their big bread earner and their like big pillar is Blackpink. Yeah, so my YG stocks, I'm just gonna be silent about it. I'm just gonna enjoy the ride. Yeah. Okay, like this is totally distant from me being a fan, okay? Like, you got to be smart with your money, right? I'm not saying that I'm a smart investor or anything, but it's just basic instinct or knowledge or actions you would take. Once BTS announced that they would go to the military and they would be doing solo activities or whatever, I I immediately lightened my portion of Hype stocks and reallocated it into YG stocks. And that's not because I don't like BTS or whatever. It's just a strategic move because you will see, like as I said, BTS shines themselves as a 7, true. And they're not going to be doing world tours for a while. There's going to be an absence for at least 2 to 3 years. They're going to come back as a full group in 2025. So that's when I'm going to go back into Hype stocks. Maybe late 2024 because you got to go back in before the news hits. So if you just know your basic K-pop and you should just know how to see the macro plane, like the field, how the industry works in K-pop, you can earn money literally. So yeah, I've been doing good. I've been doing good. Yeah, JYP is a staple because Twice has been delivering, like they've been racking in cash from Japan like crazy. It's crazy. They're doing world tours. They're selling out stadiums in the US and stuff. So I don't know. Twice is just like, you know, their recent music hasn't hit that hard compared to like their real big hits in the past, but like their popularity is just like so consistent. It's constant. Yeah, so right now what I expect is like BTS is in the military. Their solo activities have halted. So it's like definitely there's going to be a 1-year period of entire absence of BTS, right? So BTS and Blackpink, like it or not, like the fandoms can say whatsoever, but they were the 2 big pillars that were sustaining the whole K-pop industry. And now that one pillar is going to be dormant for at least a year, this one pillar that's remaining, it would be dumb for that one pillar for Blackpink to not leverage this situation. They were strong even with BTS in the picture, but imagine that they're like just like going to solo all that. Like it's their solo stage. It's their time to like eat up everything. They could literally make world record. Making world records, it would be probably topping their own existing records, but they could make even more achievements right now. Like all the K-pop fandoms are going to be focused into Blackpink. I mean, there will be New Jeans, like Rise, Zero Base One, blah 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 blah, Stray Kids, but can they compete with Blackpink yet? No. So, yep. 린, 멤버분들이랑 어떻게 알게 되셨는지 궁금해요. 켈시님, 아나님, 수빈님이랑. Thank you for the question. So she's wondering how I got to know the regulars of KPC, Kelsey, Anna, and Subin. Anna. Okay, so I think I've known Subin for the longest time. Where did I meet Subin? I don't remember where I met her. I honestly don't remember how I met Subin. But it was a long time ago. It was probably during like a YouTube networking party or some kind of job or gig. Yeah, I think I've known Subin for the longest, probably. And then it was Kelsey. She reached out to do a collab. And we were like, okay. And then it was Anna. She came from the UK and she was like, you know, I'm here alone. I wanted to connect with content creators. We want to meet up and stuff. We had a friendly pizza. I remember that vividly because it was pretty recent, like 2 or 3 years ago. It was like COVID, I think. And yeah, COVID was the reason why she came. So that's how I got to know them, and they've been good friends. They are good with their content. So yeah, they got good chemistry. They go out clubbing together. They're good speakers, so that's why they're the regulars. They're very cooperative as well, and that's how I got to know them, I think. 블랙핑크 노래 많이 내주면 좋을 텐데 너무 텀이 길어요. Yes, Blackpink. And that's YG's, tactic, I think. I think they have a lot of songs, but it's always YG trying to be that mysterious, mystical figure that tries to limit their exposure to the fans and communication, and putting themselves in the veil and acting like superstars, which they are, and which is a valid strategy. But it's such a drastic difference with the golden ratio, the golden formula BTS set, as like being hyper communicative with their fans and interacting, stuff like that, which every other group out there is trying to replicate. Only YG stands its grounds as being under the veil and not revealing so much, doing only one comeback every 2 years and only 4 songs, stuff like that. I think it's a part of their tactic, and Papa YG knows that it works. They've seen success with Big Bang, they've seen success with 21, Blackpink, so it's a working formula for sure. So yeah. Oh, I contacted her for KST? No, we knew Subin before KST. Did we? I don't know. Yeah. Subin introduced me to my radio job before too, so it goes way beyond before that, I think. Blackpink is amazing. Yes, I agree. They are indeed amazing. Okay, oops. Ooh, it's almost 3:30. I was aiming towards the 3:30 mark for today's stream, but wow, 159 viewers, and wow, got some nice super chats. Thank you so much, K-Stosh again. Any other questions, or should I end the live? I'm done with my tea. The tea has gone cold. Been streaming for 1.5 hours. The camera is probably gonna cut in like 5 minutes because it's on 1 battery. But I still have a backup camera for the webcam camera, so I can convert to that, so no problem. But wow, I'm so surprised there's so many Twitch viewers. Oh my god. Have you listened to The Rose band? Any opinions? The Rose is amazing. I love The Rose. Yeah. Woo-sung's voice is really good. He has a really sexy vibe as well. I don't know if they've put out music recently, but I used to really like The Rose. Yeah. One thing about K-pop is that okay. I like all the idol stuff, okay? I like all the music. There's a lot of diversity in genres, and there's a lot of mashup too. So K-pop is a genre of its own, and I respect that. But I just want a little bit more. I just want a little bit more diversity in terms of for example, more groups like Day6, The Rose, or yeah, you know what I'm talking about. More bands, or more live music, or more self-produced groups, more artistic groups. There's K-R&B too, like Crush, Dean, Zico sometimes, K-hip-hop as well. So I think there is definitely more diversity, but I wish there could be just more attention to other sectors as well, as much as there is in K-pop from the global audience. I think it's growing, it's getting there, and definitely we're blessed. I'm not complaining about even this amount of attention is mind-blowing. It's a lot, but there's so many good groups out there with unique and diverse type of music, which just needs more attention. But that's just how the idol biz is, and it's flashy. It has more elements, nice music videos, visuals, and entertainment shows, and choreographies, all that kind of stuff. So I understand, but yeah, I really love Day 6. I just want more music from Day 6. Yeah, if you look at J-pop, they're mostly bands, but they still have a lot of experimental music as well, and they don't really care about the global audience. They just do their own music, and I kind of respect that, you know? K-pop nowadays is catering a lot towards the Western audience, and it's becoming very westernized. And there's pros and cons for that. It's opening a gate to a wider audience. It's getting high on Billboard, and it's making money. It's making records. I like that because it's putting K-pop and Korean music on the map. But at the same time, sometimes you feel like it's losing its essence and there's something lacking. It's like, I don't know. I can't articulate it beyond this. Yeah, I might have to like put my thoughts on paper. But, you know, like if you look at Japan and their own music, they're just doing their own thing, but there's like such a hardcore fan base and niche while they just do their own music, you know? They're true to their music. They have their own distinct music style. Everybody recognizes it. So, okay, I'll just do like an extra 5 more minutes and drink a can of Pepsi because I'm so thirsty. So put your questions and I'll answer the last batch of them and call it a day because I got like a whole filming session and a whole company meeting tomorrow. Yeah. So type your questions. I'll get some Pepsi from the fridge. Oh my god, I need to do some cable management over there. Yeah, that looks ugly as hell. Type in your questions. Oh my god, it's getting hot in here. I think the aircon's gonna probably interfere with the voice quality, but I'm so hot, so. Pepsi, 0 sugar, lime flavor. This is the best. This is the best. No other opinions are allowed. This is the best. Vilden is your biggest fan? What's Vilden saying? David, please do more lives. I can't live without your lives. Your request is granted. Will be granted. Because you became a member of the channel. You are now a special member. I will forever remember your name as Vilden K Tomato. You are the foundation of this channel as tomato paste. You get that? Tomato paste, Korean pizza. So, yes, I will do more lives. I'm back from Japan. There's no urgent business until the end of the year, so gonna do more regular lives. Can you do a podcast about the Korean military as BTS members are enlisting? The topic is fresh. Smarty pants. Nice. That is, you should try being a content creator. That is spot on. Nice. Noted. I will do it. I'll try to film something next week, but it's really hard It's the thing is, I've thought of this topic before because the BTS military news has been coming out throughout the whole year, right? It's very hard to get like English speaking people that have military experience, you know? And real military experience. So I don't even count. Like honestly, I don't even count because I was in the police. Okay, I don't want to undermine my military experience because I served like honorably, and I would say that I had a pretty hard time as well. Like everybody has their hard times. And when I went in, the police was really well known for like, you know, being a very brutal environment. It wasn't easy for me, but after the time went on, the environment got better, and then people were really jealous of me being a police rather than actual soldier in the military, in the army. But then there's Danny. I could invite him, but he was a translator. So, I mean, translators are not... They're in the military, but they're not really like combat figures, and you know what I'm saying, right? And then like all the English-speaking folks, they were either like in the Katusa, like the American militaries or American troops, or like the Korean Americans who speak fluent English. They're exempt from the military. So it's the Korean dudes that actually go to the sucking ass militaries, you know, that suck, like in the countryside, that go down like below Celsius and freeze to death. But there are not a lot of them that speak fluent English, so that's the hard part. I want to get raw stories from real military serving men, but all the English speaking folks out there, they're so soft. They don't know a thing about military. They've either gone to like American troops being translators, or the police, or either firefighters, or the Air Force, or yeah, there's no freaking, you know, I need someone like who has been to the what do you call it? 해병대. Like Rock Seal. Or yeah, some hardcore stuff. It's really hard to find someone, but let me try my best to find, yeah, someone that has gone to the military, like proper military. Oh boy, like the amount of stories that would shock you. What happens in the military? You've seen the Netflix drama DP, right? It's based on true stories, and it's horrible. I've witnessed something on par of that myself too in the military, and it's not even surprising. That's what happens there. It's like a closed society, and everybody's just afraid to out someone or make a fuss. They just want everything swept under the rug, and they just want to keep everything controlled and quiet. Yeah, you can't stand out. It's like a very hierarchical. Of course, the military is a hierarchy. Yeah, but I will try to find some people that have served the proper military. So I heard BTSV is going to the anti-terror unit in the 수방사. I don't know what's called in English, but he's gonna learn tactics to like protect the capital, Seoul, and do like urban warfare with the buildings and stuff. That is a very hardcore unit. So if V were to be on the podcast, he would be totally qualified if he would speak fluent English. Oh, get Leo. Oh, man, like Abel, your OG-ness shows here. The fact that you know Leo, and the fact that you know he went to the proper military, it really just shows, man, I just really appreciate that. So Leo's our good friend. He appeared in some of the early DKDKTV vlogs, but I don't think he can appear in a podcast anymore because he's got a corporate job. He's like a drama producer, so it would affect his reputation and stuff. And Korean companies are very like sensitive about their employees going on like YouTube shows and stuff. So yeah. Plus he's in Japan right now. That's why I visited in Japan. Taegeon, Mr. Korea himself. That's a good one. Yeah, he's a fluently speaking like English speaking person. But would he come to KPC? I mean, he'd be too busy. Yeah, and he's too high profile to be on KPC right now. Is it true that JK and Jimin couldn't go to the special forces because of their tattoos? Does Jimin have a lot of tattoos? Nowadays, if it isn't like a sleeve or anything, or like a dragon tattoo, you pretty much are accepted. Yeah, I don't know about the special forces though. Yeah, they might have more stricter rules. You want to know what the military is like for idols? I won't say anything. My smile just shows you what you need to know. I'll just tell you something in an indirect way. I'm not talking about idols, okay? People who have rich parents, who are from like powerful parents, like politicians, people who have relatives in the army that are like high status, those people who go to the military, and they're not even celebrities, they have it super easy. They get preferential treatment, they get pulled into like good positions, the people take extra care of them. People who don't have shit, like me, who don't have any background, who's not rich, who's just middle class, like an average commoner, are treated like shit. Yeah, that's all I can say. But that's how society works in general, right? So if you deduce from that information and apply it to a high profile rich celebrity that has a bunch of fans, lawyers, the whole world looking at them, you can pretty much understand how it would go. Yeah, but I'm not trying to like downgrade their like services or anything. That's just how the world is. Do you think the Korean government should exclude idols from the military? No. They're equally Korean citizens. Like, they are nothing more special than ordinary people. Like, people all contribute to society. Researchers, doctors, lawyers, engineers. They all have their place in society and they all have their contribution. Idols are not special. They only chose a profession that gets a lot of attention and has a lot of love from fans. That's the only fact that differentiates them from commoners and normal people. So by law and equally and logically too, they should not be excluded. Unless, so we go into the territory of military exemption again. But in the 60s or 70s, I'm not sure on the history, when Korea was relatively less known on a global scale, and we were trying to thrive economically and try to put ourselves out there and make like global exports and make connections with global groups. We needed that publicity. Where could we get that? We have no natural resources. We only have human resources. The best stage would be the Olympics or the Asian Games. So if a Korean athlete were to excel in those kind of international games and go to get a gold medal or whatever, it would be a big honor, right? And people of the international society would be like, where the fuck is Korea? What is Korea? Like, who are they and why are they getting a gold medal? And then people would be proud, the people of Korea would be proud, and it's like, oh, that person boosted national, awareness, and he did a big honor to the the country, thus he must be exempted from military. And also, like, athletes, they have a short career span, and like their physical condition is very it's very critical if they go to the military and spend 3 years or 2 years. Back then it was 3 years, and halt their training and stuff. So one of the presidents were like, yeah, whoever gets a gold medal is exempted from the military. And then it had national consensus and it passed. And then there was a law made by that. But now we're in 2023. Everybody in the freaking world knows Korea, K-pop, BTS, Blackpink, K-food, K-drama, Parasite, Netflix, K-shows, whatever, Squid Game. So people are like, the past law that has the logic of, oh, these athletes are putting us on the global map by getting gold medals. Does that apply nowadays too? Like, do we even need that? So, I think it's a different case for BTS, because there's a thing called magnitude, okay? Like, you can't compare a single athlete getting a gold medal in the Olympics versus BTS. What BTS did to the country, nobody in this whole country would dispute that it was probably the biggest spotlight Korea has ever gotten in Korea's 5,000 year history, right? So it's a valid debate about whether BTS should get exempted or not. They got like a freaking honorary, medal from the cultural minister of whatever, and they got Billboard Top 100 for freaking someone like consecutive 23 weeks or something like that. And billions of views, millions, thousands of armies learning Korean, trickle down effect on whole K-pop, the boosted economy, travel, tourism. So there's no objection in like a question of whether BTS should get exempt or not. That's like a question of its own. But for other idols, of course they contributed on the whole K-pop thing, like the whole K-pop field and whatever. But yeah, of course, they're the same people at the end, and they chose their job as being an idol. I know it's a hard thing to become an idol, and like it takes extra work and stuff, but they get compensated that much too, monetarily, financially, by attention and love. So like they should be treated equally when it comes to duties you have to serve for the country as well, right? It's only, yeah. Okay, so the camera has cut. Let me just switch the camera to the where is it? There we go. The webcam. Where is this freaking webcam, by the way? It's not even showing. That is weird. That is very weird, but... Oh, here I am. Woo! Here I am. Yeah, I think I have to like disable this. Bear with me for a while. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just like be like this for a while and just end the show. Okay, let's get rid of this. Make myself bigger. This looks so ghetto now. Okay, but I'll just end it like this. By the way, I can't highlight your comments or the interface is all now gone. Esports winning the gold medal and getting exemption doesn't seem right when BTS did. Yeah, that was pretty unfair, right? That was pretty unfair. But yeah, that was controversial because esports was kind of like adopted into like the sports realm when it wasn't conventionally considered sports. So people were like, you know, but it is what it is. It's almost 4 a.m. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm gonna go home soon. I was just enjoying the talk. Yeah, this is my normal sleeping time, and I'm so blessed because my studio is located in the middle of Hongdae. So there's like a night bus I can take, and it's 24 hours, and I can go home at whatever time. So really like it. I heard on the news that Seoul is going to adopt autonomous bus that runs 24 hours. It's like one of those Silicon Valley shuttle buses that go around. It's still manned. It's still like, you know, there should be supervision, but it's going to be like fully autonomous, and it's going to run during like after midnight hours until like 6 a.m. or something. Thank you, David, for this live. Please do more. It's always interesting. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it if you could set the notifications. Please check out Patreon, patreon.com/Korean Pizza Club. I always do exclusive podcasts bi-weekly. I tell you about my life. I tell you about my trips, my thoughts on K-pop or whatsoever, all that kind of stuff. And I get you early access to the podcast episodes, at least like a 2 or 3 day early access. Yeah, raw edits. And if you want to, you can join the Discord chat. It's really like an autonomous community right now. It would be really good if you can vitalize it by joining it and saying anything. Just yeah, doing any kind of conversation related to Korea over there. How much is the Patreon? There are tiers, but the lowest goes to like I think $2, $5. Yeah. So let me show you a bit. I think I can show you a bit. There we go. Let me show you a bit. Okay, let me just shrink this. Whoop, whoop. There we go. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, this is the page, and you can scroll down. Yeah, we have like exclusive podcast, Tokyo Impressions, Better Than Korea. Oops, I'm not. Oh yeah, No Kid Zone Controversy, all those things. You can check it out if you want. And there's like membership. It goes down to like $3, $5 for early access and unedited full versions, $10 for the exclusive podcast, and you get everything included. So I would recommend the $10 tier. And you can be a super supporter if you pay $50. So yeah, I would really appreciate your support. Anything that helps this podcast going. As I told you, it does not generate any revenue. Not any, but sufficient revenue for me to make a living out of it. I hustle a lot with my side gigs, so please support. If just, you know, a couple of you guys supported me on Patreon, that would make my life way more easier to produce content. Anyways, okay. How often will you do lives? I'll try to do it every like 3 days. That's my goal for now. Like at least once a week. That's the goal. I think that's a realistic goal I can keep. A more ambitious goal would be every like 3 days. Daily I can't. I really respect the streamers who do daily. Okay, Stas, support you, David. Thank you for the early access as a Patreon member. I really appreciate your comments as well. I read every single one of them. If I have the time, I try to reply as well. But your, I think it was your advice about like the consultant situation. I was really like realistic and good. So yeah. Anyways, that was it for today. I'm sorry if some of your questions were remained unanswered, but. Yeah, I can't answer every single question, so you'll have to maybe try next time. I'm gonna try new like formats for live streams in the future. I'm gonna try like more informational content with actual visual aid made through PowerPoints and stuff. I don't know if I'll have the time, but in the meantime, I'll try to do more of these like just interactions and easy communication. Q&A type of live streams. So please stay tuned and check out my recent episodes. And yeah, that's about it. If you can, please leave 5-star reviews and a comment on the Spotify podcast or Apple podcast page. Apparently that helps a lot for podcast rankings and stuff. Oh, you should bring some Korean Twitch streamers to talk about the situation. That's a nice topic too. But definitely, K-Stosh, thank you for the super chat, and I will bring a fellow YouTuber or streamer into the studio here. I'll try to get Sean next time. Yeah, if he is available. I'll try to coordinate that, and if not, I'll try to get Anna. Okay, bye everybody. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Have a good day, evening.